letting go of resentments. Man, all of us just got to free ourselves from resentments and holding on and holding our pain and holding on to bitterness and holding on to all the bullshit.
Welcome to the Secret Life Podcast. Tell me your secret. I'll tell you mine.
Recovery doesn't end when the chaos stops. That's when the real work begins. After 16 years of recovery, my novels, Secret Life of a Hollywood Sex and Love Addict, and my new book, Becoming My Own Effing Soulmate, tell the before and after. The addiction, the healing, and the messy realities of learning how to choose yourself. Both are available now on Amazon. Welcome to Secret Life Podcast. I'm Brianne Davis-Gantt. Today I'm pulling back the curtains of all kinds of human secrets. We'll hear about what people are hiding from themselves or others. You know those deep, dark secrets you probably want to take to your grave? Or those lighter, funnier secrets that are just plain embarrassing. Join me each week as we take a deep dive into one subject matter, exploring the how, what, when, where, and why of it all. Get ready for a more focused, more revealing journey of the human experience. This is Secret Life, and I'm excited for you to join the ride. Today, we are talking about dun dun dun, letting go of resentments. Man, all of us just got to free ourselves from resentments and holding on and holding our pain and holding on to bitterness and holding on to all the bullshit. Here's the thing. I'm pretty good now at letting go of resentments. I even did the 14-day resentment prayer in AA. Even though I'm not in AA, I read through the whole AA big book, and they have this 14-day resentment prayer. And every time I've done that 14-day resentment prayer, it is lifted. So I have worked through some mofo hard resentments with family, resentments with coworkers, resentments with past clients, resentments with my husband, resentments with my own child, even though he's 7. Working through resentments is like you stop taking the poison. You stop holding on to the pain and drinking the poison, hoping it will affect the other person, because it fucking doesn't. Most people don't even know you have a resentment. And if they feel it, then they usually gaslight you, ghost you, manipulate you, people please the shit out of you, love bomb you, so you don't have the resentment. And you usually go back into relationship with that person in some way, and it's still underneath. So that's what I want to help with. The burning, pissed off, angry, frustrated resentment that's underneath. Not the ones where you're like popping off and going off on someone or completely avoiding them. I want you to do the ones where that person still kind of is in your life and in your orbit, and you have to let it go. So what is a resentment? Complex, long-lasting emotional state of anger, bitterness, injustice arise from perceived wrongs and unmet expectations. And common causes include feelings of taking advantage, unappreciated, witnessing others' success unfairly, and you're struggling. Signs also include constant rumination. You're always thinking about it, and sarcasm and avoidance, right? And it is overcome by this acknowledging feelings. And how you have to work through is acknowledge those feelings, communicate your need directly, and practicing forgiveness, radical acceptance too. So here are some common causes of resentments. Perceived injustice, feeling that a situation is unfair, that others have received what you deserve. So if that person got the promotion and you didn't, that person got the client and you didn't, that person got ahead and you didn't, that person got more love than you from another person, like that kind of thing. Unmet needs and expectations, when expectations for fairness, appreciation, and action are not met. So I was even talking to someone today, like, I respond really fast. He responds really fast to emails, and then other people take forever, and he gets a resentment built that people aren't on top of it as much as he is. And that has happened to me. A mistreatment, being taken advantage of, disrespected, humiliated. That's a big one for me. If you disrespect me, like you better run. Like I'm better at it now, but still, man, if I feel disrespected or lied to, bold face in my face when I'm saying you're lying, tell me the truth, a resentment can be built. Or if you were keeping a secret, I'm a big believer in letting go of secrets, as you know, because that has freed me. Envy, jealous of others' circumstances, how they grew up in life. And there's some stages and signs of resentment. Resentment is just a hidden emotion built over time. So it's a deep, deep pain hidden over time. That's how I feel. Stages, it starts with hurt and anger. Then it goes to repressed and resolved feelings, followed by rumination, replaying the event, and finally solidified feeling of bitterness that leads to a desire for revenge. Those are like quickly the stages, but I'm going to go through them. And resentment builds a lot for people. And I know right now, especially with the way the world is, people are having trouble letting go of resentments. So I'm going to take you through the 6 steps of letting go grudges and resentments, and then we're going to move through there. So here's the resentment build. You overextend yourself for others and feel unappreciated. 2, when you prioritize others over yourself, expect them to notice and reciprocate, which they don't. Like I just said, you avoid addressing conflict directly, allowing unresolved issues to fester. You set no boundaries except around people who tend to take advantage of your kindness, especially around people that take advantage of your kindness. That was a little slip. You hold unrealistic expectations of how others should behave or respond to you. You take on responsibility or burdens that aren't yours and carry them, and then you're frustrated, martyrism, and you compare yourself to others and start to feel envious of them. That was a big one for me. And you let others dictate your choices, leaving you feeling powerless and disrespected. And why do you want to heal these resentments? The purpose of resentment and your healing is to show where distortion lives, to reveal where your energy has been misplaced, to awaken you to a difference between obligation and alignment, and to invite you into boundaries, discernment, and return. Because resentment is really not your enemy. It's kind of like a guide, a guardian to a gate. It guards the gate, demanding you to recognize where you have forgotten your own sovereignty, your own autonomy, you can use your voice and work through something. So it's going to come up for you. A lot of people fucking hate when I make them work on resentments, and they get like in the sand. Their self-righteousness comes because they feel taken advantage of. So be patient with yourself. Do something nice for someone else. Spend time with positive people. Practice your own gratitude. Don't take things personally. Moving through these grudges, focus on the present and the future and not the past, and forgive the person that hurt you. Because when you acknowledge the hurt, you can feel all of those things. So here are the 6 stages of letting go. Number 1, recognize your trigger. What happened? Number 2, cut the person or situation out of your life after you discussed with them. 3, understand their perspective. I always say put yourself in their shoes. And when I have people do that, they see that, oh, that's probably how they're feeling. Number 4, notice how the grudge or resentment affects you, how you drink the poison and are in pain. Number 5, how to make a conscious effort to shut it down. Learn how to, where you're sitting there going, I'm holding a resentment. I got to get out of this resentment. What can I do? Write that gratitude for myself. Look at their side of the street. How could they be feeling? Do they feel I have unrealistic expectations? You start making a conscious effort to get out of that thought. Number 6, begin the slow pace of reintroduction process, meaning slowly start making you aware of them, looking at what's going on, working through that resentment, if you have to bring them back in your life. So you're going to have empathy. If you did anything, apologize sincerely. Make a prevention plan. practice self-compassion for yourself, and practice fucking gratitude. I know it's stupid and people used to say that, but it really is the only way, because if you look at the definition of resentment clearly, it literally means holding a grudge, remembering evil. That's another Latin breakdown. So you're literally remembering evil and storing it in your body. So here's some signs where you are holding a resentment and you can feel it. Sarcasm, passive aggressive, eye rolling, sighing, cold withdrawal from the relationship completely without actually trying to work it out, communicate your feelings, and it physically hurts your body. Stress goes up, hormones like cortisol and adrenaline spikes, increased blood pressure, and physical pain. People can carry physical pain. So you have to let go and shift from the victim mindset to the empowerment. You got to get more empowered within yourself. So we'll go through these one more time before we go. Identify the source of resentment. Recognize your power. Verify if it's resentment or it's jealousy. Acknowledge your feelings. You can have feelings. Stop rethinking the situation over and over again. Confront or discuss it with that person. Go head on with it. Write it out afterwards. Vent it out in front of a close friend. That can help. And then you acknowledge the qualities of the culprit. You choose to forgive. You find meaning in the situation. And if you still can't let it go, talk to somebody, get support, get help. And you can do those in back order too. You can vent it out with a friend, write it out, and then confront the person. Or you can try to confront the person, write how you feel afterwards, and then vent that out to a friend. So you can mix up the 5, 6, and 7 stages. That is how I work people through resentments. And you can get through anything if you're willing to face it on and be honest with yourself and look at your part. So there you go, because if you keep unprocessed resentments, you're in the loop. If you clarify with a boundary and what needs to be said, you get out of the loop. If you demand change from others, that never happens. You have to reclaim your own authority from within. How do you use your voice better? If you project blame, then the problem is if you really need to illuminate the pathway to your autonomy and to letting go of the poison of the resentment. And lastly, it exhausts you. Don't walk around with it. It takes all your energy. And what you need is this energy for alignment within yourself. Because as I said, unprocessed resentment becomes poison. And when you integrate it back into your nervous system and work through it, clarity comes. And the beauty of the resentment can be revealed. Thank you for listening to Secret Life Podcast. I hope you enjoyed this topic of the week. It really helps a lot of people to work through those resentments. Let me know if there's anything you want to talk about at secretlifepodcast@icloud.com. Until next time.
Thanks again for listening to the show. Please subscribe, rate, share, or send me a note at secretlifepodcast.com. And if you'd like to check out my book, head over to secretlifenovel.com or Amazon to pick up a copy for yourself or someone you love. Thanks again. See you soon.